Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Michigan versus Illinois college basketball matchup on Thursday, January 18th, 2024. Of course, if you like all our free picks at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. That's meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. But let's get to this one. Michigan taking on Illinois. Michigan 7-10 on the season. Illinois 12-4. It is definitely a step back season for Michigan, who, you know, in all fairness, in the 7-10, and it's rare you see anyone sees me defend Michigan in a video or anywhere else, but these guys have played a heavy-duty schedule. They just have really not held up against it. And, you know, we see a lot of teams play heavy-duty schedules, and especially, you know, most of these conferences are brutally tough. College hoops, right? It's just 5 guys on the floor and 1 ball. So, you know, it's not that hard to get some of these teams evenly matched, which is what makes March Madness what it is, because even, you know, the little guys beat the big guys, and it happens on a regular basis. But when we look at a team like Illinois, 12-4 on the season, they've had their share of problems with Shannon being, you know, basically not on the team anymore, one of their top players. But they are 12-4, just 1-2 on the road though, 7-3 in their last 10 games. I think, you know, the loss of Shannon, a lot of people expecting that to catch up with them sooner rather than later. We've seen it catch up with them last time out against Maryland when they were 9-point favorites at home and lost outright by 9 points in that game. They had won at home against Michigan State prior to that, lost at Purdue, and had a whole slew of wins, but did lose against Tennessee, beat a very good Florida Atlantic team, and of course beat Rutgers as well inside the conference. So we know that Illinois is good. They might not be as good as they were going to be. Meanwhile, when we look at the other side of the coin here with Michigan, coming off of that big home win against Ohio State, a lot of love for Ohio State in that game in our YouTube comments, but really, you know, rivalry games, very, very tough to win, you know, on the road. And we saw that even this mediocre at best Michigan team against their rivals, if they're going to play a lights-out game, that's going to be it. We also saw Michigan play a pretty much lights-out game against Florida, but that game went to double overtime, and they ended up on the wrong side of it. They also played their best game of the season inside the conference. That was at Iowa, winning by 10 points in Iowa. Generally a very, very good home team. But, you know, you look at Michigan, and it is pretty much scattered across the board, you know. Losses against a lot of good teams like Indiana, Oregon, McNeese State, also a very good team that they lost to, but, you know, certainly not seen as a great team because of the Big Ten. But believe me, when these guys make it to the NCAA tournament, no one's going to want to face them. Look at their record, and if you have any time, and take a look at McNeese State. We've been cashing on them this season like no one's business. Meanwhile, losses against Minnesota at home and Penn State and Maryland on the road, just not the Michigan team that we've been accustomed to seeing in recent years, because the defense is absolutely horrible up against an Illinois offense that can shoot the three pretty decently and is also pretty efficient on the floor. You know, the Michigan offense, like I said, nothing to write home again. But the Illinois defense, pretty decent, 15th in shooting percentage against. We know that, you know, Michigan's going to try and throw up the threes in this one, and they've done it against a lot of good competition. But I just think it's that Michigan defense that really cost them in this game. I know that Michigan doesn't really see Illinois as that big of a rival, but Illinois certainly sees Michigan as one. I'm going to take Illinois in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.